Hey everybody, it's Riley, and a week ago today marked my 4 months on testosterone. So I wanted to make this video last week, but with everything going on with Christmas and work and family and all of that, just didn't get to it. And I also wanted to wait until I had been to my doctor's appointment so I could give any updates that I got from there. I guess first off, for my doctor's appointment, I had some blood work done, and she was impressed with the results. It's still lower than what she would like to see my levels, but I've been on an incredibly low dose. I've only been doing 0.2 cc's every 2 weeks. So for what I've been on, it's good, but we want better. So after talking a little bit, we decided that I could double my dose. So I'm now going to be taking 0.4 cc's every 2 weeks. And I'm really excited about that because she said that I should really start seeing some changes now. And yeah, that's just great. And the great thing is I had officially come out to my mom. I know I've kind of talked to her in the past about it, but I never truly confirmed that I was going to start HRT and that like I was really going through with this. It wasn't just like, oh yeah, I think I might be trans. It's like, no, I'm trans and I'm transitioning. So I had wrote her a letter, and it was very scary, I guess. And I guess not even scary. It was just like a lot of anxious feelings going on, a lot of nervous, don't know how she's going to respond type stuff. But she hasn't brought it up at all, and that's been nearly 2 weeks ago now. So I'm just kind of letting her do her thing and process it how she needs to. I mean, I don't really need a response from her, and she knows that because I put that in the letter, but I guess no response is better than a bad response at this point, so I'll take it, especially since I'm still living at home. But yeah, so she's just been treating everything like normal, and I don't know what to do with that, so I'm just kind of letting it ride. And like I said, I'm just grateful that it didn't really blow up. So we'll see, but now that she knows for sure, because she was like the person that I was like most worried about finding out that I was actually taking hormones. So now that she knows, I don't care, how quick the changes come and everything like that. Like that was my biggest thing of wanting to start off real slow, just until I could kind of get the nerve up to tell my family about it. But yeah, so bring on the changes. I'm really excited, and hopefully I'll start seeing a lot in the next couple months. I'll go back to the doctor after I've done a full 2 months at least of the 0.4 cc's, and then see where my lab work is and kind of just go from there. But she seems to think that it will really take off and really help me out. She did warn me about having that bigger dose of getting that like roller coaster effect and kind of that drop off towards the end of the 2 weeks. And she just gave me the okay to, if it's doing that, to cut it back to 0.2 and do every week versus 0.4 at every other week. So we'll just kind of play around with it. I know I had that issue a lot when I first started T, but it had started to level out, so I don't know if my body's just getting used to it in general or just used to that dose. So we'll see. And she pretty much said as long as, at the end of the month I'm getting the same dosage as the 0.4 every 2 weeks, she really doesn't care how I do it. So she said just kind of play around with that and whatnot. So that's the update from the doctor. Now, I guess physical changes. My voice is definitely still getting lower. I went to church, I think it was like last weekend, I believe, and they were singing like all the, Christmas hymns, and some of them go like quite high, and my voice actually cracked a little bit, and that was really cool and like really kind of embarrassing. I'm glad I wasn't singing out too loud, but so yeah, so it's definitely making improvements there. doesn't get quite so high at work. It still kind of goes up. It's that lovely customer service voice, but luckily when I'm just talking to my friends or, you know, at group, anything like that, it goes back to being a little bit lower, which is nice. You can't see at all because I just shaved because I wasn't planning on doing the video today. But I'm definitely getting more facial hair. It is still like super, super blonde, and you have to like get in the right angle at the right light, and then you can see it. I was stopped at a red light the other day, and the sunshine was coming in, and I had my visor down, so the little mirror was up there, and I looked up and it was like, holy crap, because you could just see everything. And so it's like coming down right along in here and a little bit of that chin strap, and then like my chin gets like really, really hairy, a little bit over my lip. So that's really exciting. Hopefully it will keep coming in thicker, and even just darker would be nice, because then you can see what facial hair that I do get. But all right, sorry about that. But yes, so definitely seeing some changes. I'm getting just like some more hair, and even just like thicker hair, like on my arms, and mostly like on my thighs a lot, I've noticed, because they've never really been like that hairy or like dark enough to really see, and it's like really starting to come in there, so that's kind of cool. Even starting to see a little bit where it's, I don't know if I'm necessarily getting more, if it's just getting a little bit darker, but kind of like right down the middle of my chest a little bit, and then a little bit more hair on my stomach, which is kind of cool as well. I'm hoping I don't get like real hairy, but right now it's still awesome, so I'll take it, and then probably later I'll end up complaining about it, but you know, seems to be how this kind of stuff goes. You know, we look forward to being able to shave and do all of that, and then when you have to do it every day, then, you know, it's not nearly as much fun. But yeah, so that's a lot of the physical stuff that I've been seeing. Definitely got a lot more acne now, which is kind of surprising and disappointing, because when I was a teenager, like, I barely ever had breakouts at all. So to have it be this bad, it's like really throwing me off, because I like don't know what to do with it. But you know, it will start to level off eventually, which will be nice. And actually a lot of trans guys that I've talked to have experienced, like, when they get like a big breakout and stuff, like they'll start to see like more hair growth there. And so far, like, the breakout is like really like right where the hair would grow. Like, I don't have a lot across my forehead, anything like that. It's more, you know, right along my cheeks, and then down on my neck. So hopefully that's the case for me too, and that just means that, you know, facial hair is coming in, and if that's just, you know, the reason behind it all, then I'll take it. But yeah, so just really excited to see these changes start to accelerate, and yeah, but as far as anything else going on in my life, like I said, I told my mom about it, holding off on telling the rest of my family yet. We just had Christmas yesterday, so made it through that. It was a very long day, but I made it through, and so just kind of, you know, seeing where things go and decide then and when to tell them. I, like I said, want to eventually move out of the house. Really considering going back to the East Coast, which will be nice, because it's just a better environment, and an easier environment, I guess, even for me to be in. But haven't really fully decided yet, but just got to see how things play out. And I guess I'll tell you this, I'm not going to go into great detail, just because, you know, it involves another person and their life and everything, but I have met somebody. She is the most amazing, phenomenal person I've ever met in my life. But yeah, so things are still really new, so like I said, not going to go into a whole lot of detail or anything, because we're still kind of figuring things out as we go along, and stuff, and it does involve her. So, but hopefully, you know, you'll be able to, you know, maybe meet her, and she said that she'd be open to doing a video with me at some point, so we'll see how it goes. But yeah, so I really like her. But yeah, so the smile has been more of a permanent fixture on my face, which is nice, and it just kind of helps ease just the I guess the pain and the frustration of everything, and you know, of going through transitioning and having to hide part of it and hide part of myself from my family and different things like that. Like, you know, just finding somebody that accepts me and loves me for me is just amazing, and it's something that I never thought I would ever really find, and that was even before I started to transition. So yeah, but so that's pretty much it. I'm gonna try to continue to do videos more or less sporadic right now, but once things kind of settle down with work and whatnot, I hope to get on to like doing a video like every 2 weeks. But like I said, I'll just have to see how it goes. But yeah, everybody have a very Merry Christmas. I gotta go into work tonight, so I'm all dressed up for Christmas Eve, and I got a Santa hat and all that. But yeah, everybody take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye.